Malachei HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Tzedchem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malachei HaMalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Good evening. The rain has stopped. And Shabbat is nearing, and it is lovely that we can be together, both here in person in our special outside prayer space and also online as well. I'm hoping that online you can hear us. Can you hear me? Can you give a wave? And as you are waving, you are also waving to the people who are here. So on this side, you can see people. And then if you guys want to look, you can see there's that big screen there as well. And you can either, if you are in here and want to say hello to people at home, there is a little camera up there for this bit of the congregation, and you can also wave into those cameras up there as well. So we are trying as much as possible to be one community in prayer together. One of the things that we are feeling very much is the sense that time has got very confusing. So it is August. It is supposed to be sunny. It is not supposed to have been raining like that. So it's supposed to be summer. It's also supposed to be quite a long way to the high holidays, but it's really not. The high holidays begin 1 month today. So we're very aware that we need to kind of get a handle back on time. So for Kabbalat Shabbat this evening, we're going to sing our way through the week just to kind of remind ourselves, ground ourselves back in time. So on our special supplements, we're going to sing one of a verse from each of the Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat, taking us through the week to get us here to Shabbat, ready and grounded, ready for hopefully a Shabbat of peace and contentment. So if you are joining us from home, the heavens here have just opened. So if you're getting wet at the edges of the marquee rather than getting wet at the edges, then please feel free just to move in a bit. And we will sing as loud as we can over the sound of the rain.
Adonai Eloheinu Ramamu, Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavnu lahakodsho, Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavnu lahakodsho. Lahakodsho, Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavnu lahakodsho. Adonai os le'amo yitzen Adonai yevarech et amo. Yitzen Adonai yevarech et amo. Shalom, shalom. Boi chala boi chala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, boi chala, boi chala, boi chala, boi chala, boi chala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, boi chala, boi chala, boi chala. Lecharodi, lecharodi, lekatala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecharodi, lecharodi, lekatala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi chala, boi chala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi chala, boi chala, boi chala, boi chala, boi chala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi chala, boi chala, boi chala. Lecharodi, lecharodi, lekatala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecharodi, lecharodi, lekatala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. So having sung through the week, we find ourselves ready and grounded in time for Shabbat. So we're going to invite you at home to join with us. If you have candles at home, we here are going to rise together as we invite Richard and Joe to light our Shabbat candles for us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushayin b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. So we're going to take our seats here and invite you to turn to page 121 with us. Lecharodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamo v'zacho b'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu elam yichad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, v'shemo letiferet v'letila. Lecharodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecharodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki himako habracha, merosh mikedeh nesucha, sof ma'aseh v'machashava techila. Lecharodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecharodi lekrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitorari, hitorari, ki hokoret kumiori, ori, ori, shehedaberi, kavod Adonai alayich nigla. Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ha'ateret ba'ala, gam v'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emuneh am segula. Boi chala, lecha godi, lecha godi lekakala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela, lecha godi lekakala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela.
As we depart from our work week and arrive at Shabbat, we recognize that some of us arrive to this Shabbat in a place of bereavement and mourning. And to you we offer the traditional words of comfort. Hamakom yenachem etchem b'toch sha'ar ha'avelim. May the ever-present one comfort you along with all those who mourn. Having welcomed in Shabbat, we turn to page 124 for a psalm for the Shabbat day, Psalm 92.
Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehadod l'Adonai. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehadod l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות.
עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך ארנן. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. איש בעל לא ידע, וסיל לא יבין עצות. בפרוח רשעים כמו עשב, ויציצו כל פועלי אבן, להישמדם עדי עד. ואתה מרום לעולם אדוני, כי הנה אויביך אדוני, כי הנה אויביך יאבדו, יתפרדו כל פועלי אבן. ותרם כרם קני בלותי בשמן רענן, ותבט עיני בשורי, לקמים עליים רעים, תשמענה אוזני. צדיק עצמה יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה. שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינבון בשיבה, דשנים רעננים יהיו. להגיד כי השם אדוני, זוהרי ולא הבלעת בו. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. We're going to turn to page 127. For those of us here, we're going to rise together for Baruch Hu. Please do rise with us at home if you wish. And after we've sung Baruch Hu, we are going to go straight into Noam Katz's Roll into Dark, his version of Ma'ariv Aravim. We're going to be facing that way. That way is east for us, which means that if we are here, we can see Sam, who is giving up her evening to make sure that we can all be seen and heard. So thank you to Sam. We're on page 127.
dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreyo balayla, golelo mipnei kosher, golelo mipnei kosher, v'chosher mipnei yom. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreyo balayla, golelo mipnei kosher, golelo mipnei kosher, v'chosher mipnei yom.
Roll into
Roll into dark,
into
roll
light.
into
Night
light.
becomes
Night becomes day, day turns to
Roll
night.
into
Roll into dark,
into
roll into
Night
night.
becomes day.
Day turns to
night.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, God, who brings on the evening twilight. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha ahavta. Torah mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadata. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shochbeinu v'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach v'na'aloz b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha v'chukotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu v'orech yameinu v'hem negeh yomam v'layla v'avatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai ohev et amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. V'avta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol ma'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibata bam v'shiftecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'aderech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha v'kshatam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. We're just going to take a moment to read the second paragraph of Shema for ourselves. If we wish, we'll come together on page 134.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael ve'amarta alehem ve'asu lahem tzitzit al kanfei vigdeihem ledorotam ve'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf betil techelet ve'haya lachem letzitzit uritem oto Uzachartem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam ve'lo taturu acharei levavchem ve'acharei einechem asher atem zonim achareihem leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai ve'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hoseti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
One of the things that sustained us as we were leading tefillah in an empty room for 15 months or so was the ability to see people singing with us. This extraordinary gift, which is the ability to see one another. It's with extraordinary gratitude that we know that we're able to be together as a community, even though some people are at home and some of us are here. So we've benefited from this amazing ability to see you sing. But not always to be able to hear you sing. So as we've begun to reopen, what we've found is that we keep coming back to the same melody for Micha Mocha, which is one which is call and response. Not because it's particularly powerful or profound, but because we get to hear people singing back to us. So this new group of people together in this marquee area, we welcome you and we are delighted that you are with us. And we look forward to hearing you sing back at us. And for you at home, know that the most important thing for us has been that we've been able to see you sing and can still see you sing as well. We're in the middle of page 135. Adonai, Imlo, Leolam, Vaed, Adonai, Imlo, Leolam, Vaed, Micha Mocha, Vaelim Adonai, Micha Mocha. ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Source of our life and our sovereign, cause us to lie down in peace and rise again to enjoy life. Spread over us the covering of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Be a shield about us, turning away every enemy, disease, violence, hunger, and sorrow. Remove the temptation that awaits us. and the guilt that lies behind us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are a God who guards and protects us, a ruler of mercy and compassion. Guard us when we go out and when we come in, to enjoy life and peace both now and forever, and spread over us the shelter of your peace. Blessed are you, God, spreading the shelter of peace over us, over your people Israel, and over all the world. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledorotam berit olam, beini u'bein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz, u'vayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash.
We're on page 140. We're going to rise together for the Amidah, and we invite you to rise with us at home also. Adonai Svatai Tivta Adonai Svatai Tivta Ufi Yagid Teilatecha Ufi Yagid Teilatecha Adonai Svatai Tivta Adonai Svatai Tivta Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Elohei Moteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Koneh Hakol V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot U'mevii Goel Livnei B'neihem Leman Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Pokei Tzara Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Meitim Atah Rav L'Hoshia Mohorid Hatal Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayei Meitim B'Rachamim Rabim Tzomech Noflim B'Rofei Cholim U'Matir Asurim U'Mekayem Emunato L'Shenei Yafa Michal Mocha Bal Gevurot U'Midom Elach Melech Memit U'Mechayei U'Matzmiach Yeshua V'Neman Atzal HaChayot Meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei HaMeitim אתה קדוש בשמך קדוש ונשים בכל יום יהללוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. We're going to continue with the Amidah individually. We're going to come together at the very end of Amidah for Oseh Shalom on page 149. Say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Say shalom, say shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Say shalom, say shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Oh, say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Say shalom, say shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Say shalom. Say shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
One of the hallmarks of the last 16 months was an almost complete inability to distinguish one day from the next. Many of us found ourselves relying on Shabbat as a necessary marker of the passage of time, shaping a formless blur of days into a solid, structured unit of 1 week. But sometimes a date on the calendar is so shocking in its imminence that it leaves you no choice but to be incredibly aware of it. And that date, for me, is this coming Monday, the 9th of August, which is also the first day of the month of Elul. Elul is officially upon us, and as we acknowledged earlier, it neither feels like August nor like Elul. So we are now faced with the task of collectively wrapping our heads around what it means for the first day of the month of Elul to fall so early in our Gregorian calendar. It happens so rarely that it feels incongruous. Growing up, I had always associated Elul with the beginning of autumn, the air turning crisp and cold, the leaves beginning to turn brilliant shades of red and orange and yellow, the apples in their orchards ripening just in time to be picked and dipped in honey. This year feels like a very different kind of Elul, for which we might not feel totally prepared. The fact that it is early August, still quite rainy, at times muggy, the fact that some of us may still need to turn on a fan to sleep at night, only to put on jumpers and raincoats the next morning, these things are not insignificant. They orient us in place and time. Elul is something we experience with our hearts, minds, and souls. So how might we approach this Elul, given that there is much about this time that still feels ambiguous or out of sorts? The rabbis understood that the word Elul contains within it wisdom to guide us through the weeks ahead. In Mishnah Berurah 581, we learn that the word Elul can be read as an acronym for the phrase Ani ledodi v'dodi li. I am my beloved's and my beloved is mine. And that the final letters of this phrase have a numeric value of 40. This corresponds to the 40 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and the 40 days that Moses remained on the mountain to receive the tablets of the Ten Commandments. So having learned all this, we might focus our intentions for the month of Elul in a few different ways. One focus might be on love, taking a cue from the verse from the Song of Songs, I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. This month gives us an opportunity to refocus on the loving relationships that sustain us, the relationships that perhaps need a bit of extra love, and those we have loved whose memories we now cherish. The work of teshuvah during these high holy days, the work we do to repair or rebuild relationships as we seek forgiveness, comes from a place of deep love and care. How can we cultivate that deep love for ourselves as well as for others during this month of Elul? Another possible focus for this month is on counting. We typically associate counting with the period of the Omer. But the month of Elul similarly challenges us to mark each day in a way that feels spiritually significant. As we prepare for the work of Cheshbon HaNefesh, the accounting of our souls, our tradition teaches us that we are meant to hear the sound of the shofar each day leading up to Rosh Hashanah, beginning this Monday during our Rosh Chodesh Elul Shacharit service. We learn in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch that the nature of the shofar is to awaken us, to cause us alarm, and even to cause us to tremble with fear. Perhaps the fear behind the shofar call is that it calls for deep accountability, taking stock of the ways in which we might improve, seek forgiveness, and apologize to those we've hurt. We stand before God and we take inventory of ourselves at our most vulnerable. As Elul calls us to account, as we prepare ourselves for the days of awe, how might we use each day of this month to make our journey to Rosh Hashanah meaningful? Finally, we find focus during this month in community. For all the ways in which August might not feel like August, or Elul might not feel like Elul, we are all on this journey together, facing it head-on. And we can begin to situate ourselves within this very early Elul, starting this Sunday morning, with our Elul dog walk on the heath with me and Maisie and Milo, and on Monday morning at Rosh Chodesh Shacharit. There will be plenty of opportunities to sing with us, learn with us, and pray with us over the coming weeks, both online and in person, as we begin the journey to the High Holy Days together. And as we focus in on our community, perhaps the weather might not feel quite so dissonant, or the date in the diary quite so jarring. Perhaps, in the same way that Shabbat has done for us over these last 16 months, we might find that sense of grounding, peace, and security in this community. As we begin the journey to the High Holy Days together and prepare to hear the sound of the shofar in a few days' time, may we be awakened to the gifts and opportunities given to us on this truly extraordinary Elul. Shabbat Shalom.
We're going to turn to page 310. We're going to rise together here and invite you to join us at home as we sing the words of the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, v'atei gedula li'yotzer bereshit, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu notei shamayim v'yosed haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim imal, u'shchinatu zo b'govei meromim, u'Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes ulato,
ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת עינו.
We're on page 313. Al ken nekaveh lecha Adonai Eloheinu lirot mehera betiferet uzecha leha'avir gilulim min haaretz v'ha'elilim karot yikaretun letaken olam b'malchut shaddai v'chol b'nei v'asar yikru'u v'shmecha lehafnot elecha kol rishei aretz yakiru v'yed'u kol yoshvei tevel ki shutafim kulanu b'tikun olamecha ki hamalchut shelecha hi ul'ol me'ad timloch b'chavod kakatuv b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'nemar
v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
We turn together to page 316 and prepare together to sanctify the name of God with the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. As we do so as a community, we stand with Josephine, with the family, the Nagel family, as they mourn the death of Willie. We pray that God will be a source of comfort to all who mourn for him. We join too with all of those others in the Shloshim and the Shana, the period since the loss of a loved one. And together we remember those who died at this time in years past. Robert Abbey, Lillian Abraham, David Alter, Leonie Kahn, Cynthia Coburn, John Cohen, Pamela Cousins, Nathan Davidson, Ludwig Finkelstein, Philip Friedman, Gerald Graham, Lynn Hammerschlag, Helen Herman, Betty Kanarek, Anne Kennard, Zena Landman, Harry Lee, Philip Mendel, Lily Montague, Jack Morgan, George Payne, Shalom Samya, Marion Scher, Agnes Shaw, Dorothy Scher, Michael Silverman, John Taus, Lucy Weinstein, and John Wood. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. In loving memory, we invite all those who come to this Shabbat in mourning to join with me as I lead the community in the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Ba'alma divara kerute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dichol beit Yisrael ba'gala u'vizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mavarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithada v'yithalei v'yithalal shemei kudsha b'rechu le'ela min kol bechata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata diamiran ba'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol ha'olam v'imru Amen. And please take your seats. I feel like the world has sort of, a certain stability has got back into the world, that not everyone stays to the end of the service. It's like, yes, we're back to where we ought to be. invite you to join us tomorrow morning. There's a service in here at 10:30, just one service tomorrow. We are winding down because it's summer. So we're having a couple of weeks with just one service in here, 10:30, a hybrid service. If you are watching at home and feel comfortable and able to be with other people outside, there are a few spaces available still tomorrow morning, so please do book. You can also join Cantor Tamara, as she mentioned, on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. It is the first of Elul is the new year for animals, so we always mark it with a dog walk or a walk, which may not have dogs on. So Cantor Tamara and Rabbi Hannah, her wife, will be with their dogs, Maisie and Milo, at 9 o'clock. You can find the details online. And then we welcome in Elul on Monday morning with a special Rosh Chodesh Shacharit at 8:30, which is entirely online. In a moment, we're going to celebrate, but we're just going to give people at home the opportunity to prepare Kiddush. We have no Kiddush here, I'm really sorry. We're going to just sing Maya Fe Hayom and just appreciate how lovely Shabbat really can be for us. Maya Fe Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Maya Fe Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Maya Fe Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Maya Fe Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. One of the wonders of Zoom is it allows us to celebrate together. Wherever we are, we have the ability to sing words of blessing, to sing Simon Tov and Mazel Tov to Miri and Danny, who are getting married on Sunday. So we don't have Kiddush here, but they have Kiddush there. And we can join them as Miri and Danny lead us in Kiddush, and then we'll be able to, as a Misha Berach, we are going to sing Simon Tov and Mazel Tov from here in the marquee to there in distant Hendon. And we're going to sing you Simon Tov and Mazel Tov to wish you congratulations on your wedding on Sunday and to all of the family there as well. So Miri, Danny, please do lead us in Kiddush. We're going to rise with you.
ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישפוט ביום השביעי וכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'achava uvratzon hinhilanu, zikaron nemaaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehillah, lemikra kodesh, zerecha, litziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'haota, v'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shavat kodshecha, me'achava uvratzon hinhaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh, Asher.
So from us here in Temple Fortune, to you guys in Hendon. I know Adam and Ruth also joining us in Singapore as well. We wish you a l'chaim and mazel tov. Simon tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simon tov, simon tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simon tov, simon tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, and simon tov. So we wish you, Danny and Miri, every blessing. We wish you the blessing of song with community and with family, and hope that you have the most wonderful day on Sunday afternoon, when hopefully the rain, as it is now doing, will hold off for all of us. Mazel tov to you. We're going to unmute everybody at home so you can wish them mazel tov and wish one another Shabbat shalom. To all of you here, Shabbat shalom. It's been really lovely to be with you. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Mazel tov.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.